Hey friends, I'm so excited to be here with you today to show you my designer challenge layout that I created for Scrapbook Cards Today summer issue magazine. And the first product that I have here is the Squeeze the Day stickers by Bella Boulevard. I also have the My Favorite Story pattern paper from Pinkfresh Studio with some really gorgeous patterns. I especially love the multicolor pages, like the rainbow arches and the stripes, but there's also stars. There's really pretty patterns here. I am also working with the I Am foam stickers by Simple Stories. It's a really uplifting collection, and these words are the same. And I also have the Oh Happy Day ephemera by Carta Bella. So, in the designer challenge, they challenge you to work with four different products and see what you can create. So, that's what I'm going to do in this video. So, the photo that I'm working with today is me at what might be a familiar place to you, the scrapbook.com offices. If you've never watched a scrapbook.com free class video, um, then you probably wouldn't know that colorful bookcase, but some of my favorite creatives have stood in front of there and shot videos. So I was really excited to get a picture there in front of that gorgeous bookcase and toured the scrapbook.com warehouse, which was gorgeous. And their offices. So I am creating a 12 by 12 inch frame here with some cardstock. I can add whatever cardstock I want to this. That's kind of a freebie. And I'm also using that Pinkfresh Studio kind of yellow chevron paper on top of that blue cardstock. I really like the way that the yellow is setting off all the colors in that photo. And I'm really glad that I wore dark colors that day so that you can still see me in that photo against all that color. Okay, this is the paper that I was drawn to the most, so I am definitely going to go with this one, and it's just dying to be cut out. It just has to be done. So I'm using my small scissors here to just hand cut around the arch here. And I really like the way that it's positioned on this 12 by 12 inch paper so that the arches are across from each other on opposite sides of that page of the diagonal. And whenever you have two opposing shapes, when you put something in the middle, it automatically makes it stand out. So what I'm going to do to help my photo stand out even more is to mat it on some different patterns. So I'm just taking some more of these My Favorite Story pattern papers, and I'm going to mat my photo with a few of those. I really like the striped pattern as well, but I want to use specific colors in that stripe. So I'm going to cut it just around the teal to the light pink stripe. And I'll definitely be able to use the other bits on a layout. So I'm not too worried about, wasting this paper. It'd be really nice to create some kind of border with this beautiful stripe. So there we go. We have a soft stripe, and I'm just trying to decide which pattern to use last, and I think I'm going to use this floral just because I like how it incorporates all of the different colors and gives it a different texture because of those black and white outlines on the flowers. So it's different than the other two pattern papers that I chose. So there we go. I have a really nice thick mat on there, and that's going to help my photo to stand out against what's happening in the background. I'm going to go ahead and cut out this other rainbow to place it at the top right corner of my layout. Okay, so this is a trick that I use fairly often when I want to use the cardstock that I'm framing my photo with for, something to cut out like my title here. I will cut it out from the center because it's going to be hidden anyway, and that way you don't have to cut another piece of cardstock and have all that waste. So I cut that out, and now you can't even tell that it's there. And I have my title, which is Fabulous Day, and it certainly was. And so I'm adding that to those arched lines on the bottom left. And I really love the way that also sets off and plays against my photo mat there. Now, the next step is to embellish, and you can see how quickly this layout is coming together just with 4 different products. And the thing I like about doing this is that it makes it just simple and easy to make decisions when you limit the amount of products that you have. So for embellishment, I want to play off of those other two corners of my photo. I already have the rainbows happening in the bottom left and top right on my photo, but I want to kind of add stickers and ephemera from the Oh Happy Day ephemera pack to those bottom corners of my photo. So I'm just going through to see what makes sense to add for this memory. I'm really loving the little frames that are coming in the ephemera pack, and you can use those to kind of set off your corners. I also love that beautiful little tag there. Now on the Bella Boulevard sheet, there's some heart and star stickers. There's also rainbows that I definitely want to use. So these little photo corners are also really great because they're just really setting off the edge of my photo. So those are a great thing to add. Anything that can attract more attention to the photo is a good thing. And all of the embellishment that I'm adding here is going to do that by just setting off those corners. That border strip is also really fun. So I have things pretty much set up the way that I want them to be. I have added my journaling to the upper rainbow. So what I did was I scanned that rainbow shape in on my printer. I opened that photo of the scanned rainbow image in Photoshop and then set up a word, um, a curved word. I don't even know what you call it, like a word line, a curved word line, so that I could type along that curve about the day that we had. So it was quite quick and easy to do. If you have Photoshop elements, it's super easy to accomplish that sort of thing and add your journaling along an arch like that. I am bumping up my photo just to make sure that it is, the main attraction on this layout. As you can see here, I have little tiny pieces of foam adhesive by Scrapbooks Adhesives by 3L. That's the adhesive that I'm using today with their tape runner and their foam adhesive, which I love. And I try to use every tiny last bit so you can see that circle foam sheet right there. I just cut that up and use all these tiny pieces, and they really come in handy for something like this when I have to bump up my title. And then I can start to add all my embellishments back to the side. I really like the frames because of the decorative edge that they have on them. And remember, you don't have to use them on their own. You can mix and match and layer, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to layer a couple of different frames. That yellow one at the top, I'm just going to use their corners. So you don't have to see the entire thing. So that Life is Lovely yellow tag is going to go just below the frames. And I'm just going to cover up the sentiment in the yellow frame just so I can see that pretty edge. There we go. Here we go, cutting more cutting more dimensional adhesive there. Okay, so the Life is Lovely die cut fits perfectly right in there, and it doesn't stand out too much because it has the yellow on yellow going on. Now this little tag down here that I'm going to place at the bottom right is going to hold my date. Really love the rainbow there, and it looks really pretty when layered as well. So I have 3 layers up there at the top corner. So don't forget to layer. I'm going to layer another frame down here, kind of limiting the use of florals that I have going on because I don't want to add too much of another thing. I have rainbows happening and I want to keep the florals to a minimum. So I'm going to bump this one up. This is the beautiful die cut with some dimensional adhesive. And I found that last photo corner, so I'm adding that there. And then there's lots of little stickers on this sticker sheet, so I'm adding the hearts, little tiny flowers. Just seeing what I can add, what else I can add around here. I'm trying to add a border underneath this embellishment area here, and I'm just trying to decide which one to add. I like the yellow on yellow because it adds a bit of texture without adding color. So I'm adding that at both corners too. So this bottom corner is also going to get a heart border, and I've put that just below the yellow zigzag border. So I really like the movement that that kind of adds to that embellishment cluster down there. And I also have this yellow memory sticker from the Bella Boulevard sticker sheet, which I am also going to bump up here. Just going to replace that sticker, the lemon, with something else here. It's all about what looks right to me. Now, on the foam stickers by Simple Stories, there are words and a lot of little shapes. So these little hearts are perfect for adding some shine to my layout. They also have little flowers. So I'm going to add some of these flowers in here, and I just really like the way that that gold foil is really setting off the layout. And then this little rainbow sticker at the top is a perfect little addition. So that's my completed page. I'm really excited with the way it turned out. So easy to just use 4 different products. I added the die cut word day in there as well, and a piece of cardstock. So sometimes less is definitely more. I really loved creating my title on that arch of the rainbow and setting off the corners of my photo with all of those gorgeous stickers and ephemera pieces. They just really came together so nicely, and I actually added some close to my heart enameled dots to finish off the layout. but I'm super excited with the way that it turned out, and I was so excited to take part in the designer challenge for the Scrapbook Cards Today summer issue. Be sure to check out the full summer issue for free digitally in the link in my video notes. And happy creating! I hope you guys are inspired to take just a few products and create something beautiful.